Now today we will be sharing a different topic entirely, and this topic is about abuse in care homes and children's care homes. So we'll be talking more about it in the next coming video. Making a subscribe. Hello viewers, welcome back to my show. Just like I previously said, we will be talking about a different topic entirely, and it is about abuse in care homes and children's care homes. So before we start the video, just like I want to let you guys know, this video that I'm showing you is somebody's video, which they are also spreading the message across about abuse. So I'm just using this to also send my own message across as well about abuse. So we'll be watching the video now, but before we start, please subscribe, comment, like me, and also do not forget to click on the notification button. So now we'll be starting the video now. Please sit back, relax, and do enjoy the video.
The long-standing claims of child abuse in children's homes in North Wales were not claims, they were true. The investigators say they found significant evidence of systemic and serious sexual and physical abuse over a 30-year period. The offences were against girls and boys aged between 7 and 19. What the long-term effect on them has been is not yet clear. Those carrying out the abuse, there were 84 of them, predominantly male but included 9 women. And as a result of this new investigation, a further 76 new potential victims have come forward. Porrick O'Brien has this report.
The police don't like using the expression paedophile ring. Today's report talks about systemic abuse at 18 institutions over 50 years. A reminder of what a tragic misnomer care home turned out to be. Even for people who have followed this story closely, today's report is a surprise. A surprise at the scale of abuse across Wales. A surprise that so many new people have come forward saying their lives were damaged too. A surprise that after multiple reviews and inquiries, after almost half a century, this story is still not over. Since the start of the investigation in October, 140 people have made allegations relating to their time in care. For over half of those, it's the first time they have spoken to police. Offences have been reported at 18 care homes across North Wales, and include allegations of abuse by 84 people, 16 of whom were named by more than one person. Last week, the first arrest. There will be more. Can you tell us whether any of those 84 are completely new names that weren't on anyone's radar before?
Well, again, I don't think it's appropriate to speculate on the names of alleged offenders at this stage.
Are any of them famous?
Again, it would be inappropriate to speculate on the details of individuals.
Can you even tell us what percentage of those worked in the care system?
Well, all the allegations relate to people who've been working in the care system.
That's the alleged perpetrators, this one of the victims. Several of Steve Measham's abusers were sent to prison in the 90s. He's the one who wrongly implicated Lord McAlpine in the flawed BBC investigation which sparked this police operation. This is his first interview since apologising publicly. So, when you saw the report today, how did you react? How did you feel?
I felt good for a minute or two, and then I felt it just shows you North Wales Police did not do their job. Like I've always said, they never did their job. I stand by that. I think you're going to find there's going to be a lot more arrests.
There were 7 convictions the last time North Wales Police investigated this in the 90s. But why are so many new complainants just coming to the surface now? 76 people felt they couldn't come forward back then.
Well, of course, a couple of things to bear in mind around that. I think, first of all, society and their expectations and acceptance of child abuse and sexual offences, I think, has shifted considerably, as the last few months have shown. Also, the police service and this force is in a far different place now than it was in 1991.
Steve Measham has spent the last 6 months in a psychiatric hospital. He gets discharged tomorrow.
When people talk about abuse, people talk about survivors of abuse.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a survivor? Well, up to now I'm a survivor. Whether I'll be a survivor next year or the year after, who knows? That's how I feel. I can't see me living my life fully. To be quite honest with you, I think my life will end a lot sooner than it should.
Why do you say that?
Because it's so hard to cope with and live with.
This man's story, for better or worse, is the complicated, flawed, ongoing story of the North Wales care home abuse scam.
Wow! As you guys already saw the video, wow, this is very, very touching. A very touching message. Can you imagine what is happening nowadays? It's a very, very bad thing. I mean, this is getting very terrible.
I first met Lance on New Year's Eve in London.
So please, boys, girls, please, oh, this needs to stop. It is getting too much that abuse is happening. Now, going in the business of today, now we'll be starting now. Now, in the majority of cases, young people in care, they say that their experience are good. Unfortunately, some look after children do not receive appropriate protection and exploitation. Child abuse that is carried out in types of environment usually involves sexual, physical and emotional abuse. My people, this is a very terrible thing, oh, and this needs to stop. Now, the first question that we'll be talking about are what are the issues public health professionals are facing to tackle child abuse. Now, this child abuse, that's one of the common things that young boys and girls, children, those are the most common things that they are complaining about, because it is practically something that happens every time. And in this kind of trouble, that's where these children's parents, that's where they need to step in, and they need to help them more. I mean, I'm not, parents and guardians, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that you guys are not supporting, but I'm just trying to say that please be more attentive, be very, I won't say be too strict on them, but be a little bit strict, so that way that they will understand that this abuse is a very serious thing. Because, like I always keep saying, and I will not stop saying this, no child should be born into this world to suffer. Now we will be going into the next one. So the next one is, are there any other ways to minimize abuse? Yes, there's many ways. The first is that young boys and girls that they like going on the internet a lot, but they need to be mindful of the kind of websites they go on, because there's so many corrupt websites of elderly men that will go on there, and they because of the way they have such a high sex rate. They like looking for little children or young teenagers to prey on, and they end up falling a victim to something that they're not supposed to involve themselves in. And this kind of thing, like I always keep saying, this kind of thing is what disturbs them. This is what messes their education up. This is something that terrifies them, to the point that when they grow, after they finish secondary school and they go into university, and then they'll graduate after 4 years, they decide that they want to settle down, and then the partner or the girlfriend that they want to be with, the guy or the young boy will end up starting to abuse the girl, and the girl will be wondering that, oh, why is my boyfriend acting this way? And they won't seem to understand that is something that they are a victim, or they were once a victim of abuse. And this is why I always put these videos on, because this is a very strong message to people out there that are involved in abuse, and especially the paedophiles. This is a very strong message that if you guys do not stop this, then the law will catch up on you, and karma will also catch up on you. So it's very important that you need to learn how to educate yourself against abuse, because it is not good for anybody to be abused. Please, oh, I beg, I will keep saying it, stop it. Okay, now just to summarize, the first one that I will say is that have a positive heart, support each other during these times, and the last one, never allow any negative thoughts to shadow your thinking. Now guys, we have come to the end of the show. Like I always say, please continue to subscribe, please continue to comment, like me, and just like I said before, there's a notification button somewhere at the top, or wherever you see the notification button. Please hit the notification button so that you will see more upcoming videos. And I beg, stop abusing young children and teenagers. It is very important. They need their lives. Thank you for watching. Stay safe during this pandemic. Bye.